Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 14 and today we are starting things off down underneath my little base. This is the small base at the start of the Hermitcraft world, and as you can see in the Monday evening live stream, we have done just a tiny bit of work. We now have a slightly more pretty area. I don't know if you guys remember this, but originally it was just the staircase and nothing else. It's like a big hole. It looked really ugly. Now it looks considerably better. We've got a nice little walkway down here, and then we have this lovely little hallway down at the bottom here. And essentially what this place is for all of the people that donate during the live streams. They get signs, so as you can see, they are all over the place. And there's still a ton more that I need to add in, so I'll probably be doing that over the next couple of days. But we're not going to be doing that in today's episode of Hermitcraft because I've received news that we have been pranked twice. Two of our builds have been pranked. Loads of shenanigans have been going on, so let's go and check it out. So, prank number one, which is something that I noticed in the Monday evening live stream, is the RV has now been made illegal, apparently. We've been doing some illegal activity on the inside of the RV, and as you can see, we've been taped off. We have been taped off from the rest of the server. This is the big yellow tape that is going around. This is now an active and live crime scene, and wow, sorry, I'm going to ignore the prank for a couple seconds here, because that's the coolest thing I've ever seen, and there's a Nemo above it, but wow! It's like, oh, that's so cool. That is so cool. Full symmetry, you're an absolute boss, and I'm so glad I've got a view of that from my base, because that's going to look amazing. But anyway, back over to the prank. As you can see, yeah, we've been taped off, and also full symmetry has left a police car right here. We have got the Sheriff False police car out the front. So apparently, yeah, we've been doing some illegal activity. I didn't think we had been. I thought we'd been good. I mean, we've got like a barrel fire here. We have a few slightly questionable things in my garden, but I didn't think it was illegal. So yeah, apparently we've been illegalized, which isn't particularly brilliant. So we'll see how this one turns out. So the next little prank that has been pulled on us is over at the super secret Sampling Society storage system, which makes me sad. All right, this is my secret society. Okay, this is my place, and look at that. What? That's not on, is it? Look! Sheriff False again? I mean, seriously? We've been made illegal. We've been made illegal. There's things on fire. And also, this is a warning with a love heart. And there's a giant plant pot down at the bottom as well. Wow, okay, so this isn't good. I mean, we are being made illegal all over, left, right, and center. Let's see, is there any stuff going on down here? Oh no, we've been walled off. The super secret Sampling Society storage system has actually been walled off, and it looks like Sheriff False has decided that yeah, we are the runners of the super secret Sampling Society, and we have actually been made illegal. We are now illegal in operation. I mean, let's see. Has she actually done anything to the inside of the super secret Sampling Society storage system? I seriously hope she hasn't. Let's take a look. Good. Okay, she hasn't managed to get in. Of course she hasn't managed to get in. That's fantastic. The police don't have access to the super secret Sampling Society storage system. Okay, this is for members only. So thankfully, nobody's on the inside there. But yeah, it's a really good build. I have to say, that's like a good sapling. I wouldn't be able to build a sapling that good. But it is a shame that we have been made illegal. But I think in today's episode of Hermitcraft, we are going to perform some more illegal activity because, you know, we're going to take the law into our own hands a little bit here. Obviously, the super secret Sampling Society storage system, you know, it's a tiny bit unfair. You know, we've created a secret society. That generally gets the police like a little bit stressed out and things like that. But I feel like it's the lesser of two evils. Of course, you know, I'm providing saplings to all of the members of the Hermitcraft server. They now have access to saplings, whereas these guys over here, the log fellas, they decided that Hermitcraft did not want saplings. Okay, they've decided that they're going to restrict the flow of saplings on the Hermitcraft server, and that's just not on, really, is it? I mean, you can't be doing that. Okay, I feel like that's not fair. So in today's episode of Hermitcraft, we're going to be building something similar to this, and we're going to be building it above the log fella's place, just so they know that what they're doing is not right, okay? It's not right. and someone needs to do something about it. On a completely different note, this is like completely different from the rest of what we were talking about. I find it really funny looking around, seeing these insane builds. I mean, this is Tango Tech's crazy castle. We've got these beautiful builds right here, and they're all like old school medieval type things. And then boom, it's like a strange version, slightly more trashy version of Doctor Who. It's instead of a TARDIS, he just turns up in an RV. Am I the only one that saw an egg then? What? That was strange. I just watched back the footage. There was definitely an egg there, and now I'm terrified to be on the Hermitcraft server alone. I don't really know what to say. I think this place is haunted, so we're going to be sort of watching our back just a little bit here, and also crafting up ourselves a diamond axe, because we've got to head out and we've got to gather up a ton of wood, like a serious ton of wood, probably around about 11, maybe 12 stacks. Let's grab ourselves an axe there, and hopefully we can do a little repair job right here. Good, okay, only 2 shiny sticks. That's absolutely perfect. So there we go, we've got a fully enchanted and completely refreshed diamond axe. Let's head out into the forest. Now, I've been looking at this thing, trying to work out how False has done it, and I've just realised that stained glass panes now are like tiny little things. They're only absolutely tiny. They don't go into all 4 corners anymore. It's like a thing that goes right in the centre of the block. Just right there, like a little rod. And I'm assuming they changed the colour of beacon beams, and they can be fully concealed inside a beacon beam, meaning that you can have proper rainbow beacons. That's amazing, and I don't even know what to say. Oh, that is so cool. Just, I have so much want for that, even though I know for a fact it wouldn't really fit in with the style of my base. I still think that's crazy. It took a little while, but we managed to get ourselves the 10 stacks of wood. Now, I highly doubt we're actually going to need the 10 stacks of wood. To be honest with you, definitely don't need that much. But I thought that was a nice round number to manage to achieve. So now we've got to head over to the shopping district and start building. And this thing is going to be pretty huge. So here we are, the lumberjack store. We're going to be heading above it, and we are going to be constructing something. So the first thing that I've got to do is I've got to create a tiny bit of scaffolding. I've got to create an 11 by 11 area, or at least around about an 11 by 11 area. And hopefully that should be enough to cover this thing. And I know that you guys will go mad if this isn't centered. So there is the door. So we're going to have the central block right in the middle right there. Good stuff. And we're going to go a couple blocks up like this. Then we need to go, I guess, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's also going to be 5 blocks out this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 blocks out the other way as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And also 5 blocks out in all of the other directions, creating a really big square. And you know what? I'm considering making this just a tiny bit bigger. Maybe, just maybe, 15 by 15. Yeah, I think I've got enough blocks to do that. Okay, so our scaffolding layer has now been put in place. Now what we have to do is we have got to create a giant log block. That's essentially what we're going to do. We're going to create a giant log above this place. And then, of course, we're going to put these big old signs around it, basically telling the log fellas, I don't like what you guys do. I don't like what you guys do. You shouldn't be doing what you do. And it's going to be nice and large, and it's going to completely overshadow the entire building. So you know what? I think I'm going to build this in a third-person time-lapse. I think that's the best way of doing things, so let's crack on with that one. So guys, in today's little time-lapse chat, this one's going to be very, very small indeed. I want to talk to you guys about 1 million subscribers. Now, of course, this is something that I've mentioned a bunch of times in recent Hermitcraft episodes and just in my channel in general, because it's definitely something that's on my mind. We seem to be flying towards the 1 million subscriber milestone at the minute, and to say that I'm stressing out is a bit of an understatement. I know that sounds strange. You know, why are you stressing out? You're going to hit 1 million subscribers. Why is that a cause for stress? But people expect serious specials. They expect big things, okay? And that gets me a little bit stressed because I'm notoriously bad at subscriber milestone specials, okay? I'm never very good at them. I never prepare for them particularly well. I always think, hey, that's miles off, and then suddenly it's just there. Like, the 1 million subscriber special, realistically, it should have been planned and built and ready to go, because we are about, probably, if my current growth continues, around about 3 weeks away from 1 million subscribers. And that's huge. That's absolutely huge. So I've got a bunch of things that I need to do, and I've come up with a bunch of ideas for specials, and I think I'm basically just going to do all of them. I'm just going to do all of them. Essentially, I'm going to be doing a bunch of special videos, so instead of getting one massive special, absolutely crazy, loads of things going on, you're going to get like a week worth of specials, loads of 1 million related things, a bunch of cool videos, there's going to be a few real life videos, there's going to be stuff in Hermitcraft of course, and also there's going to be some Redstone bits and pieces, so hopefully that sounds exciting for you guys, and hopefully that sounds like something that you guys want to watch. And I just want to say massive thank you for the support that I've been receiving on my channel recently. It's been absolutely insane, and I can't believe I'm in the position where I can say that I am actually approaching 1 million subscribers, and realistically I am going to hit 1 million subscribers. It's bonkers. It's absolutely bonkers. So I can't wait. It's going to be amazing. So guys, as you can see, this thing is now all finished, and I'm going to wave my chicken and torch a little bit because I'm pretty excited about that one. I have to say, it didn't actually take that long to construct. Of course, most of the time spent on that build was actually the process of gathering up the resources and things, so that was a nice and easy one, and it is absolutely ginormous. I mean, that is an 11 by 11 by 11 area of wood. And it's considerably bigger than the rest of the store and a lot of the things around it, so you're definitely going to be able to notice that from afar. I can imagine it looks pretty good from the other area over there as well. So I'm very, very happy with that one, but of course our job is not done just yet. We're not just going to leave a gigantic block of wood above the log fellas. That would be a very strange thing to do. I think they'd just be a little bit confused. What we're going to do now is we're going to put the banners on the sides of it. These big things right here, we're going to place them on each side, just to let them know that, hey, we don't like what you do. Guys, I've just realised something. If you look at this, you may notice it's not completely square. I have built a 11 by 10 log cube, which means that yes, I've got to go all the way up to the top, and I've got to add a layer real quick. It shouldn't be too difficult, but how did that even happen? I don't even know. I swear I was counting correctly, but you know, it's still quite early in the morning, so we're going to blame it on that one. Lighting is definitely something that us hermits are struggling with right now. Nobody seems to be lighting up their places, myself included, so there are just hundreds upon hundreds of mobs all over the place. We've got creepers just everywhere, and I seem to be exploding quite a lot of the builds. I mean, I exploded that bridge back there. I did place an apology sign, and by the look of things, Wells Knight has sort of fixed it with slime blocks. It's not really in keeping with the theme, but we're going to roll with it. But yeah, not particularly brilliant. So now for the banner building exercise. And I think the way that I'm going to do this is obviously we've got 5 across the bottom. And then we need 2, another 2. And then this is where the 5 goes up like that. But I think I'm going to construct our actual sort of cross going right the way across right now. And I don't actually know how to do that. Thankfully, we do have an example of how to do that across the way there, but I'm also probably going to have to look at this on the second account because honestly, I can't really tell where I'm going here. Okay guys, so as you can see, I managed to get myself in order. I managed to work out where I was placing all the blocks, and this thing looks brilliant. Absolutely awesome. Look, there is our big no logs banner, and it looks fantastic. But of course, that is only one side. We've got 3 more sides to go because that's how a cube works. So we're going to be doing obviously all of the other sides. I'm sure you could probably gather that. So I'm going to crack on with that one, and then I'll catch you guys in a little bit. There is part of me that feels a little bit bad for not lighting up the inside of this log, but there's also part of me that thinks it's absolutely brilliant, and I can't wait to see Xisumas and Rendog try to dismantle this thing because it is going to be full of them. Absolutely full of them. And with that, everything is now all completed. So all of our banners are now in place. Let's hop down to the bottom and take a look around this thing, and I'm excited to see what it looks like. Hopefully I haven't built any of the banners incorrectly because that would be a tiny bit embarrassing. But let's head over here and boom. Oh yes, that looks absolutely perfect. I'm very, very happy with that. That looks awesome. Oh, that is perfect. Absolutely bob on is the term that I'm going to use there. Absolutely bob on. It is. That's perfect. That's absolutely what I imagined it, and I'm so very happy with it. We've got a nice log. We've got the lovely banners. Those banners are really nice. I'm liking the look of those banners. That is so cool. Excellent. Right, now I guess all we have to do is we've got to gather up a few signs, which I've got on me, and we're going to chuck some down, telling them that, you know, we want down with the log fellas. Down with the log fellas. I'm going to place that around about here, and it's just going to say down with the log fellas. Should I say timber? I'm gonna say timber. It's an awful, awful joke. Down with the log, fellas. Timber. And then, of course, we're going to sign it from Mumbo. In fact, you know what? No. One angry Mumbo. There we go. So there we go. Those are our signs. Down with the log, fellas. Timber. One angry Mumbo. Now, I hate to say it, okay, and I know this is embarrassing, but whenever I hear that word timber, I just think of that Pitbull song. That is terrible. It's absolutely awful. But I know for a fact that all of you have now got that song stuck in your heads, which does make me a little bit happy. Just as a final little detail, I have decided to add in a bunch of cobblestone as well, so now it means that customers are going to have an extra hard time getting into the store, because the whole point of this is that I'm trying to boycott them. I'm trying to, like, forcibly boycott them by stopping the other hermits being involved and stopping the other hermits from buying the wood from them. So hopefully the other hermits boycott them as well. I for sure am going to be doing that. I'm definitely not going to be using their other services, and hopefully the other hermits follow suit. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I've got time for today. This prank episode is a tiny bit shorter than the usual, but that's generally how the prank episodes go. I like to keep them a little bit shorter and a tiny bit more concise, because that's the way that I like to record them. So if you have enjoyed it, please be sure to hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.